Boxing is, as we all know, the greatest sport on the planet. And an example to prove that it really is that you get other men from different sports who feel that the real decider of their feud lies in the ring. Iceland's Hafthor Bjornsson has recently beaten our very own Eddie Hall's world record deadlift of 500 kilograms by 5:01. And straight after that, he announced he's throwing down the gauntlet, better known to most people as the Mountain in the Game of Thrones series, that he wants to fight Eddie Hall. They've apparently both agreed to a 7-figure contract. It's going to be run by Core Sports. It's going to happen in Vegas next year in September. And it's being dubbed as the world's heavyweight fight. Now, I've been a fan of Strongman since I've been about 8. I watched the 1994 final back in Sun City in South Africa. Classic. It's a great sport. But when you've got this weird overlap, there's something about it that kind of dirties both sports. There's something naff about it. There's nothing wrong with two men wanting to settle a dispute, but that's normally the step outside the pub situation. When you're famous as a strongman, and that's where you're excellent in that discipline, to then go to another sport, quite different, and be expected to pay for it. It's like you're paying for some sitcom. You're just paying for it because you know the guys, not because you're going to be getting excellent boxing. Both of them are going to have to lose a lot of weight. I've seen both of them do bits of sparring before, and it's not really pretty. When you're that big, your lats and everything, they can't even really get into stance properly. They can't tuck up. Turning to the side it doesn't have the effect it usually does to make you smaller because they're so big anyway. And then because the arms are pushed out here, they can't get that streamlined rotation where you swap your guard and you put your chin behind your shoulder, again because everything's ballooned out here. Neither of them seem to have much boxing technique, or perhaps it's just the fact their physiques are so swollen it doesn't permit it. Hafthor Bjornsson has much longer arms, but in order to properly utilise reach, you need good footwork to work in harmony with it, so you're always keeping them back. Bjornsson has got a lot of work to do if he is going to make the use of those long arms. What do you think of this situation? I am a fan of Strongman, but it just seems like a bit of a mess, doesn't it? I mean, whoever wins, does that say they have superiority over the other? Does that wipe out a deadlift record? It all seems like they've got a bit overexcited. And with Strongman, one of the classic things in the spirit of it was always supposed to have great camaraderie between the competitors. And now we're getting to the point where we've got WWE style call-outs and they're going to have it out in the ring. I'm certainly not going to be paying for it. It's a long way off yet anyway, September next year. But what do you think about this? Is it fair? Is it just a case of if you want to pay for it, then pay for it? Or is it a bit of a bad look for both sports?